Presidential activity in December 2018. President Abdel Fattah el-Sisi inaugurated the Defense and Armament Exhibition, ADEX 2018, and received the heads of the participating delegations. On the sidelines of the exhibition, Sisi received the Cypriot Defense Minister, Savas Anglidis, and voiced his hope to further developing the military cooperation between the two countries. He also received the French Defense Minister Florence Parly and discussed means of boosting military cooperation between Egypt and France. Sisi also received the Director of the U.S. National Intelligence, Daniel Coates, and discussed ways to enhance security and intelligence cooperation between the two countries. During his meeting with the Sudanese Defense Minister, General Awad Mohammed bin Auf, Sisi stressed the importance of continuing to support the military cooperation and exchange of experiences between the armed forces of both countries. During the reception of the French chairman and chief executive officer of the Dassault Aviation, Éric Trappier, President Sisi praised the level of cooperation with the Dassault company for air industries, stressing Egypt's aspiration to continue this cooperation and rather develop it. President Sisi met with a number of ministers. The meeting displayed the situation regarding the strategic stock of commodities and developments of the underground metro system. During his meeting with a member of the board of directors of the German automotive Mercedes-Benz production company, Markus Schiffer, the President stressed Egypt's openness to cooperate with the company in the light of the state policy towards expansion in the automotive industry. President Sisi rode the bike in an inspection tour in Sharm el-Sheikh and stopped at the gates of the city's entrance to shake hands with some recruits in Ras Mohammed Reserve. President Sisi witnessed the launch of the activities of the Africa 2018 Forum in Sharm el-Sheikh. During his meeting with the Gambian President, Adama Barrow, the President hailed the distinguished relations between Egypt and Gambia, stressing Egypt's keenness to foster them in the various fields. During his meeting with the COMESA Secretary General, Chilchi Mukundu Kapipui, the President referred to Egypt's keenness on strengthening cooperation with the COMESA and providing the necessary technical support. During his meeting with a delegation of chairmen and representatives of a number of major international and regional investment funds, President Sisi affirmed that Egypt currently enjoys investment potentials, which qualifies her to attract foreign investments. During his meeting with the Vice President of the Republic of Côte d'Ivoire, Daniel Kaplan-Duncan, the President expressed how Egypt cherishes fraternity with Côte d'Ivoire and is keen to maintain and extend it in various fields. During his meeting with the Director General of the United Nations Industrial Development Organization, Li Yong, Sisi stressed the importance of increasing the number of programs and projects carried out by the organization in Egypt. President Sisi inspected a number of projects underway in the new administrative capital, as well as a number of projects of roads and transport sector. The President witnessed the inauguration of a number of development projects, on top of which is the sewage treatment plant in Al Jabal al-Asfar area in Al-Khanka, as well as Al Mahrousa project via video conferencing. The President also visited the Egyptian Military Academy and met with the students while performing their morning exercises. President Sisi headed to the Austrian capital Vienna to participate in the Africa-Europe Forum. On the sidelines of the visit, President Sisi met with the Austrian President. The meeting dealt with a number of regional and international issues of common concern. President Sisi held talks with the Austrian Chancellor, Sebastian Kurz, at the summit level that tackled ways to strengthen bilateral relations at various levels. Lately, the two presidents witnessed the signing of a number of agreements and memorandums of understanding in a number of fields. Subsequently, a joint press conference was held between President Sisi and the Austrian Chancellor. President Sisi paid a visit to the National Council of the Austrian Parliament and discussed with the chairman of the council ways to extend bilateral ties to a broader vistas. At the invitation of the Austrian Chancellor, President Sisi attended a dinner banquet in honor of heads of state and government and heads of delegations participating in the Euro-Africa Forum. During the participation of the President in a political meeting of heads of state and government, he stressed Egypt's keenness to enhance the capabilities of researchers in technology fields from all over Africa. President Sisi also participated in the high-level dialogue session entitled Moving in Collaboration to the Digital Age. On the sidelines of the forum, Sisi met with the Slovenian Prime Minister Marjan Šarec and discussed ways to boost bilateral relations, particularly in the fields of defense, security, and counter-terrorism. During his meeting with the Executive Director of the World Bank, Kristalina Georgieva, they reviewed the latest developments in the implementation of the economic reform program and the development projects. President Sisi also met with the Prime Minister of Malta, Joseph Muscat, and discussed means of developing bilateral relations and exchanged consultations on regional and international issues of common concern. President Sisi made an inspection tour of a number of development projects in Al Galala Plateau, including the city of Galala, in Al Ain al-Sukhna, Galala Resort, as well as the industrial zone and the global marble factory. President Sisi witnessed the opening of a number of development projects in the field of agriculture in 10th of Ramadan city. Sisi launched via video conference the site of the National Company for Protected Cultivation in Fayoum. During a meeting with the Minister of Education and Technical Education, Tariq Shawqi, the President affirmed his support to formulating the culture of change and development of education, applying the new education system within the framework of the Egyptian state strategy for human development. During his meeting with the members of the Council of Judicial Bodies, the President further underlined that the independence of the judiciary is the cornerstone of society and the citadel of justice and constitution. President Sisi witnessed a ceremony of persons with disabilities and special needs organized by the Ministries of Social Solidarity and Youth and Sports to display the government's efforts in this field. The President announced the allocation of £80 million from the Live Long Egypt Fund for the benefit of persons with disabilities, to be added to another £20 million allocated by the Ministry of Awqaf to the Fund of Persons with Special Needs. After attending a ceremony on the occasion of World Day for Persons with Disabilities and Special Capacities, Sisi toured an exhibition of projects of persons with special needs. During his meeting with the chairman of the Saudi Consultative Assembly and the parliamentary delegation, the President paid tribute to the appreciable stances of the Saudi leadership and people towards Egypt at all levels. During his meeting with the Minister of Communications and Information Technology, Dr. Amr Talat, the President directed the good preparation and commitment to the timetables set for establishing the digital and information infrastructure in the new administrative capital. President Sisi inaugurated the project of cultural development, the Shair al-Khir II, in Ghait al-Ainab region, Alexandria Governorate. The President toured a number of major national projects, including the second phase of the Road al-Farak Axis and the Grand Egyptian Museum, as well as the development of Al-Ahram Plateau. The President met with the Prime Minister and a number of ministers and officials. The meeting reviewed the executive position of the major national projects underway in various development sectors. During his meeting with the Central Bank Governor, Tariq Amir, President Sisi directed to take all necessary measures to implement structural reforms to maintain monetary and banking stability. During a meeting with the Prime Minister and Minister of Housing and Utilities and New Urban Communities, the President stressed the need to pursue work on national projects in accordance with the time schedules.